Hey guys, it's Maddie. Today I decided that I was going to start a series of tutorials for you guys. Today's tutorial is going to be on hair. I'm going to show you how to draw one in color and another with sketching, like in black and white with pencil. I'm going to start off with the sketching. So to start off, you have to outline where your hair is going to be. Now I start doing this with pencil, obviously, because this is going to be in pencil. When you're sketching with pencil, don't worry about if it doesn't look right, because you can always go back and erase things. And even though this is a very quick and crappy sketch for me, I still go back in a whole bunch of times and erase a whole bunch of stuff because you can always go back and correct it. So don't worry about if it doesn't look how you want it to look right away. Another thing is, it took me a really long time to be able to figure out how to draw things in a way that I felt comfortable with, a way that I could make sure that I was really good at. Now, you can feel free to use this tutorial to draw hair. You can use it as a reference to kind of make your own style for drawing hair. I really don't care either way. But I do hope this tutorial helps you in some way. For the sketching portion of the hair that I'm drawing, I don't know if you noticed, but I started drawing kind of at the top. I always fill in the top first whenever I'm drawing hair. And now I'm kind of just filling in strokes. When I first started sketching the hair, I had made a few rudimentary strokes throughout the hair like I'm doing right now. And then I go in and I just add more and more lines so that the hair looks more detailed and more fine, I guess. So if you think about the light portion for how you're drawing your hair, how your hair should be shaded, light is usually hitting a person from above their head. So the top parts of the hair are going to be lighter, and the bottom parts that are underneath the head are usually going to be darker. Another thing that can also affect the way you shade hair is the color of the hair. Since this is in black and white, you don't have the colors to be able to show the difference between where dark and light are on the hair. So if it's obviously a darker hair color, you're going to color and shade the whole hair more darker. You're going to add more lines for that. Don't be afraid to rotate your paper when you're drawing hair, because to draw hair you have to have a very loose hand. You have to draw very fluid strokes. You can't draw really strict and straight strokes because that's just not how hair grows. It won't look natural. Now, I'm not saying that my way of drawing hair looks 100% real, but I am really comfortable with this and I like it. Now, I just, I go in with my finger a lot and I smooth out where the hair, where the lines for the hair are just too strong, that I feel, and it smooths it out and looks really nice, that I think. So now I'm going to move on to the coloring portion of this. Again, I am just going to do what I did with the sketching, and I'm going to draw out a basic shape for the hair. Okay, now that I am almost done with the outlining or the sketching portion of like drawing out the basic shape of the hair, you can take a multi-liner like this in Copic brand and outline your hair. I'm just going to use a pen because for when you're drawing a color drawing, I believe that it looks better and it looks more clean when you have a strong outline that all of your colors are kept inside of. When you're finished outlining your hair in the Copic multiliner or a pen or whatever you used, grab whatever you're going to be coloring the hair with. I'm using Copic markers. I recommend grabbing at least 3 shades. You can certainly grab more. And then take your lightest shade and start filling in where the highlights on the hair are going to be. Like I said earlier, if the light source is usually above the character, fill in parts of the top of the hair with the lighter color. Then go in with your next color, which just happens to be my second color, and fill in the rest of the hair. It is perfectly fine to go over parts of the highlight to give it more of a blended look. And also you probably should go over parts of the highlight with the marker to kind of give the highlight more of a detailed look, give it more hair strands. When you're done with that color, take your third color, the darkest color, and go over the parts that are going to have more shadows to them. My basic rule of thumb for this is the roots are usually going to be darker and the outsides of the hair are going to be darker to create more of a 3D shadowy look, I guess. And then also the ends of the hair, I think, usually are darker. You can also go in with this color to add more strands to the hair to give it more of a detailed look. I usually do this just so that it looks more blended, I guess. I think it gives it a pretty good look, and I think it looks pretty nice after you're done doing it. Since I'm using Copics, I can go over the same spot with the same color and it'll create a darker look. But if you're using colored pencils, I would just recommend grabbing more colors and going in with those colors to give it a darker look. Here I am just going over all of the colors with the colorless blender that I have that is also from the Copic brand. It just blends the colors together and gives it more of a smooth look. And then I go back over the colors with my second color, like the main color of the hair, to just blend it out even more to give it more of a blended look. After you are done coloring with however many colors you chose to color with, you can go back and pick up the multiliner or the pen or whatever you use to outline the hair with, and you can go back over the dark spots in the hair, the shadowy parts, to give those more of a detailed and defined look. I usually do this because in my opinion, it pulls the hair together more and it makes it look more detailed, like I've said a billion times before. But you don't have to do this. It's certainly up to you. There is no right or wrong way to draw hair. It's kind of all in the eye of the beholder. Everybody has their own preferences and you can do it however you want. Now I am going in with my white jelly pen and I just kind of add a few strokes here and there, and then I smudge them out with and smooth them in with my finger. And then I'm going back over parts of the white part with my second color, the main color again. And yeah, that is how I draw hair. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope to do more tutorials in the future. Like I said, I'm going to make this a series. I'm gonna teach you guys how to draw different parts of hair different ways, like curly and braided and short and all that. I also will be doing tutorials on parts of faces, like eyes and noses and mouths and all that stuff as well. If you guys have any other suggestions that I should do tutorials on, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Please give this video a like and subscribe and comment and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, bye guys.